When I was in high school, I worked in a student success center as a student ambassador, and basically my responsibility was to kind of like cultivate a college-going culture inside of our school. And we did this by providing college information, doing presentations around the school on like why college is a good investment. The success center helped change me by giving me the opportunity, and it's funny how I met the woman. Her name was Miss Berry, Patrice Berry. And this was the year when I actually decided to do well in school. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I had already dug my reputation in the drain. But Miss Berry, despite hearing all of the bad stuff that she heard about me, believed me and saw potential in me and invested in me by providing me with an internship that I didn't even seek out. She came out to me and offered me an internship. And just being involved in that college access work and being able to work with my peers and just learning more about college and what it can offer and how it can create opportunity now and in the future really kind of pulled me into that. And I think my commitment to public service really helped change, because I understood like my circumstances as well as like my friends and stuff. But the school district fell into like a deep budget deficit where they had to create a list of schools that would be shut down so they could sell the property off, and our school was one of the schools that they decided to sell. And I was in my senior year. I wasn't as big of a stakeholder as juniors and sophomores and freshmen, but the people who I empathized with the most were the juniors, because imagine going throughout 3 years of high school and being displaced your last year to a school where it's over 1,000 students and one counselor. So I kind of reached out to some staff members of my school, reached out to some students, and found some commonality amongst like what we believed in, and we organized a campaign. And two, basically like the goals that I helped outline was one, keeping our school open overall, not shutting it down at all, which was a far-fetched goal because we had already knew what the district had made decision-wise for school closures. But our second goal was to be able to refine the master plan that they set out for us, which was they were going to take our students from our school and send them to Overbrook High School, West Philadelphia High School. And we just showed up, spoke, gave our speeches, stood outside, like made signs and all of that stuff that you do to organize. And after a while we didn't get our ultimate goal, but we did achieve our second goal, so I'm grateful for that. It could have turned out better, as everything else could have, but it is what it is. Yeah, so it's funny because a lot of my work that I've been doing outside of the classroom has been directly related to urban studies, just in the realm of education. I spent this last year like teaching and stuff inside Sarah High School. And I believe that teachers are really important. They play like a huge role inside students' lives. But if you're trying to make a real change in teaching, it's not the way to go, because you can touch a few students individually, but if you need change, you need money, and you need it to happen on a macro level rather than a micro level. So I see myself really going in a higher level. Once I'm finished spending time doing on groundwork in some capacity, even if it isn't teaching, I want to move higher up and potentially become like the Secretary of Education on the state level. At first I was aiming for federal level, but you have more autonomy on state level for over education. I do plan on being in education, but I want to work from the macro level of it and try to make those policy changes and laws.